Jared Benner here, and if you haven't seen last week's video called 2014 Dude, you need to watch that first before watching this because this video is in a different point of view of what happened on the same day. So if you have not seen the first version of this kind of video, I'll have a link to that down below. Hello, boss. Thank you for coming to visit me in this prison here. I did get to do your job that you had for me, to rob the bank. But here's what happened on that first day of 2014. So I get to the bank, and you know, I tell the security guard what you told me to tell him about how shenanigans going on around the corner. So he comes around the corner and to see, you know, what was going on. And then that's when I did what she told me, and I knocked him out with a hammer, and then I undressed him and put on his security guard clothes. And of course, you know, like we had planned, I waited to tell the security guard to come over when the other guard had gone to the bathroom. And then, so when the guard gets back from the bathroom, he sees me in a security guard outfit. And when he sees me in the security guard outfit, boss, he asks me what happened to his security guard partner. And then I told him, you know, he ended up having an emergency, so they had me go. So, you know, I waited a little while, you know, to be able to make sure that he thought I was really a security guard. When he wasn't looking, I took out the gun that you gave me, and I shot him in the head. That's when I decided, you know, I put my gun away in a place where people wouldn't notice it, and then I gone inside the bank. And when I went inside the bank, you know, obviously I looked like a security guard, and I told everybody in the bank that there was people coming to rob the bank and that everybody needed to leave. So everybody left, and I had all of the employees at the bank go in the back for their safety, as of, you know, what I told them. And I told one of them to call the police to say that there was going to be a bank robbery happening soon. Then it was when everybody left that I went behind the counters and I took all of the cash that I could find with me, and then I left the bank before the police could arrive. I'm walking casually because I was in a security guard outfit, so there was no need for me to be in a hurry as if I robbed a bank, which I did. And so, all of a sudden, when I'm walking casually, a bunch of police cars come driving around. And you know, at this point, I kind of get nervous because why are they all coming to the same area that I'm in? But it turned out that they were surrounding this man that they believed had robbed the bank, which was not me. So, of course, I was very pleased, and once again, casually, I left the area that the police were surrounding of that man that they had claimed to rob the bank. And I felt not at all sorry for that man, because I'd prefer it him than me to get thrown in jail. I'd go into a bar. It was the bar that I told your henchman to meet me there so I could give him the money that I told him to give you. And so it was there, and I was waiting for the henchman, and I, you know, I didn't know what this man looked like, and I was there for a few hours before somebody came in. And, you know, so this man, I assume, is probably the guy that you had sent for me to get the money. I assumed that it was him that was the henchman, but he turned out to be an undercover cop. And so he arrested me and threw me in jail. They threw another guy in the cell they put me in. And this guy's quite a bit shorter than me. I don't know what his problem was, but he looked up at me as if I was some creature, some monster, and he's like, "Whoa, And, like, he's never seen somebody so tall as I was. And then, then he asks the guard if he can have his phone call. So he goes for his phone call. And, he ends up being bailed out of jail. And so I'm in a cell by myself for overnight. And then they decided to take me to my court hearing. And they send me to this prison that you are now visiting me at. So that, good boss, is how my day of 2014 went. And the day after.